Hello and welcome to vlog number 15. As you'll have seen, the Bf 109K-4 and P-51D Mustang are now finished and in production. In the last episode, the masters were well advanced, with many of the Bf 109 parts cast and finished, while the parts for the Mustang had just been 3D printed. I decided that many of the 3D printed parts would be better converted into metal masters. To accomplish this, I went down the usual route of making cold cure silicon rubber moulds. You can find out more about this and other techniques in my how-to video series. The new figures for the 109 and P51 were roughly sculpted in milliput on my blank figure castings, and then they too were moulded in silicon. The castings from these moulds are quite coarse and need a fair bit of cleaning up. At least they give me a good solid base to work from. I can now add more detail and character, as well as tweak the poses. The resin 3D printed undercarriage for the P51 and tailwheel for the Bf 109 were carefully cleaned up and sent away for bronze casting. This ensures they're both strong enough to withstand dispatch worldwide and still maintain the scale and detail required. All of the masters for the 109, be they large or small, are cast using cold cure silicon moulds. After a lot of hand filing and test fitting of these castings, milliput details are also added. The objective here is to produce accurate masters that are capable of withstanding the mould making process. Many of the masters for the P51 have also been converted into metal masters, with the exception of the fuselage, wing, tails and drop tanks. These parts 3D printed in ABS and resin now have panel lines scribed in and further detail added. And here are the masters for the Bf 109K-4, assembled for one final check before mould making. It's important to get everything square and level and the aircraft sitting correctly. Any errors not picked up at this stage will be translated into the production castings. The same test assembly procedure is of course carried out for the P-51D. Once I'm happy with the masters, I can break everything down again and make the production moulds. You can see exactly how I make my production moulds in my next how-to video, which will be released soon. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you catch the videos as they go live. These are the first castings for the Mustang. There will soon be a how-to video showing the production casting process. Also coming in the how-to series is a video showing the techniques I use to print my own decals. This is a complicated subject with many techniques and obstacles, which I hope to cover and explain in detail. Now, let's see the finished aircraft. The Bf 109K-4 is finished as it flew on January 1st, 1945, when it took part in Operation Bodenplate. The features that mark out the K-series from earlier 109 variants include the bulged fuselage ahead of the cockpit, the undercarriage doors, larger intakes, the gallant canopy, a revised rudder, aerial locations and fueling. This is an early K-series aircraft with all of these features. Later aircraft had outer undercarriage doors missing as resources diminished. The P-51D Mustang is the aircraft of Lieutenant Colonel John C. Meyer, CO of the 352nd Fighter Group. It has the standard blue nose carried by the 352nd, as well as the late war black identification bands. The port side of the fuselage carries Meyer's tally of kills, and like the rest of the aircraft, highly detailed servicing stencils. The range-extending drop tanks are also fitted, and the propellers bear the Hamilton Standard logos and stencils. You can find out more about these and other aircraft in the Staples & Vine range on the Staples & Vine website. The links are in the description below. Following on from the Bf 109K-4 and P-51D Mustang, I'm returning to tanks, with the Panzer IV Aus F2 in 1/48 scale. As you can see, the 3D computer model is finished, and I now just have to break it down into components for 3D printing. I say just, but as you'll see, it's never that easy. As you'll know if you signed up to my newsletter, after the Panzer IV comes a return to 1:144 scale with 2 all-new aircraft. These will be the TSR-2 and the SR-71A Blackbird. Both of these iconic aircraft have already caused quite a stir amongst my collectors. I'm already taking advance orders, so get in touch if you'd like one. You can find out more about all of these new releases by clicking on the links in the description. I hope you enjoyed my vlog. If you did, hit the like button, share and subscribe to my channel so you can see the next episode when it goes live. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.